What's up, baseball players? Coach Dan Blewett here. In today's video, let's talk about the new brand of Major League Baseball and is it good for younger players to be trying to emulate what they see on TV? Is this game boring? Is it going to change over time? And is this going to be the brand of baseball that you end up playing when you one day make it to the major leagues? Okay, so the concept behind this video is that I've been watching the World Series. It's actually one of the first games I've seen all season, and the game is just much different than it was even 5 years or 10 years ago, right? There's a lot more home runs, there's a lot more balls lifted deep into the outfield, and there's a lot more swings and misses and strikeouts. So where when you watch the game, there's a lot more walking back to the dugout. There's a lot more solo home runs. There's a lot less singles and everyone flying around the base paths, and that's sort of like the new brand of the game. Now, the big question to ask yourselves is this the same brand of baseball that's played in the minor leagues, in independent ball, in college baseball, high school, and below? And the answer is no. So I went to a bunch of college games. I went to a bunch of Atlantic League, which is independent league games. I went to some minor league games last year. If you watch those, which are extremely high levels of baseball, it's drastically different than Major League Baseball. You go to a Major League game, there's a lot of swinging and missing. There's a lot of hard hit, long fly balls and home runs, and there's just like that deadness between because you just don't see as many balls put in play. But if you go to a minor league game, if you go to a Division One baseball game or a Division Two or Division Three, any college baseball game, the balls put in play way more. There's way more action in general. Players seem to be battling for their bats more. They want to put the ball in play, which in the big leagues they still want to do damage with two strikes. So the game is still markedly different at the lower levels, where really the major leagues is what's changed a lot. And so, as a parent or a coach or a young player, your question to yourself might be, should I be swinging for the fences all the time like major leaguers do? And the answer is no, and here's why. So, in the major leagues, players are, even if they're not physically taller or bigger than they used to be, like Mookie Betts is a great example, they're still like way stronger because strength and conditioning is so good. They're way more powerful than they used to be. So you have more guys like Jose Altuve, Mookie Betts, who aren't overly big, but they have the bat speed and the power to put the ball out. And so here's what I want you to imagine. This is like a little thought experiment. Imagine you're a high school varsity baseball team. You have some pretty good athletes on that team, like you're a good sized high school varsity baseball team. And you play on a field that's 300 feet all the way around. All right. That game would immediately become the same as the major league game. Why? Because everyone on that team pretty much can reach the fences, right? Maybe a couple guys like the second baseman like doesn't have as much pop, like the center fielder maybe super fast and a little more wiry, doesn't have as much pop, but probably like 1 through 7, you could put a ball out if you put a charge into it, right? So then you would start questioning yourself the same way, which is why do I want to hit singles up the middle and hit line drives when I can lift it and I know I can get it out of here, right? If it's 300 to left center. And so that's the thing. Physicality is so big at the major league level. Guys are so strong that pretty much everyone, top to bottom, can put the ball out, which is what you're seeing. And they get paid when they hit 30 home runs instead of 15. It makes sense, right? But my point here is because in college, not nearly as many players can hit the ball out with such regularity. In high school, not nearly as many players can hit the ball out of a full size field. And at youth levels, when the fences scale back appropriately, that whole thing is just very different. Where now you can't just drop one deep into the outfield because they catch it, right? If you're 14U playing on a 90-foot diamond, you better hit line drives because you're just going to be flying out all the time. So my point in this video is, number one, I am a little personally disappointed in how Major League Baseball looks. It's not as exciting. There's a lot more dead time, and that's just my personal opinion. And my personal opinion shouldn't affect the way you watch the game or anyone else, but that's how I feel about it. That being said, I know a lot of young players and coaches also feel the same way. It's just not as exciting of a game. But the real implication here is, should you as a young player be adapting to try to fit that mold early? And the answer is no. Because number one, the game might change again in 5 years, and they might put a premium again on those fast guys that can put the ball in play, beat the shift, do all the little things right. You don't know where the game is going. This trend is probably not going to reverse, but there might be new trends that open the door for players with lots of different skills. So don't just shelf the ability to bunt, hit and run, steal yet. make sure you retain all those skills and learn to be a well-rounded player, because you don't know what Major League Baseball is going to look like in 5, 10, 15 years when hopefully you or some players you coach might get there. So obviously baseball is a really intricate game. There's so much complexity, situations. You need a high baseball IQ to play at a high level. And obviously you also need more physicality than ever. But again, I don't think it's time yet for young players to start thinking, okay, I need to be able to hit dingers all the time if I one day want to be able to play in the major leagues. What you need to be able to do today as a hitter is still put the ball in play consistently, hit line drives over the infield. The fact that ground balls are not being taught as a good thing is a good thing. It's good that all levels of baseball are starting to understand that we should be lifting the ball over the infield more, but it still has to be age appropriate, because again, if you're a little guy or even you're an average high school or college player, you can't just pump every ball out of the outfield. So you have to hit line drives so you can, get on base and help your team win games. Okay. So hopefully this video was a good talking point for you, because I know what you see on TV is obviously a lot of times what you want to do as a young player or parent or coach. But again, you have to take it with a grain of salt and ask yourself, what kind of player am I? What are my goals long term? What can I control, and what's good for me? All right. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe below. You can check out my books, online courses, all that stuff in the links of the description, and I'll see you here in the next video.